Bail me out, Dad. I'm not in the street. I'm in the fire zone. And a little bit later, she can talk to you.
I was the first one out here, and you guys joined me. The woman from Melville pulled up in her car, and she said, "You guys are early," and then she read my sign. She said, "You're against us?" And I said, "You an egg card?" She said, "Move on," and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm against you." Yeah, they don't think that we come out with something, right? First time I went out was on 4th of July.
Our signs are better.
We have more of them.
It's about a lot more than dumping tea. It's about the lie that's led to her. Life would be, should be left to only experts. Instead of pouring money down their rat holes, the ordinary people now take control. Government is best when it's limited, so it simply protects our right to get ahead.
Nice, I like that, to get right to get ahead. That's all.
Once again, this is the rally in front of Chuck Schumer's office in Long Island, Melville, Long Island. A lot of people showed up here, mostly are against this health care bill. There are a few people rallying in support of it, but the majority, I'd say, are against it, and they're very vocal about it. I interviewed a couple. I'll interview a couple more to give you guys a flavor of what's happening here on Long Island, which the media, for some reason, doesn't want to cover. But I'm covering it so that you all could see it. Okay, here's a gentleman with a very interesting sign, very creative. Okay.
I hold the biggest sign.
Okay, sir, what is your name?
My name is Brian Whitehurst.
Okay, and why are you here?
I'm here because I think all citizens, I'm just the average guy. I'm out here just fighting for my rights. I think government has gotten out of control. I think they've lost sight that they actually serve us, and that they think they can solve every little problem with the swipe of a pen on a bill that they can't even read. And there's some small counter groups out here of people who are special interest groups that have kind of taken over our government. No problem.
Let me lower it a little bit. Okay. There you go.
All right, I think some special interest groups have taken over our government. They've been getting all the influence, and the silent majority has just been getting steamrolled for the past 20 or 30 years. And I think finally now what people are starting to see is that they need to stand up. They need to stand up for their rights, and that the silent majority needs to be silent no more. And we got to get out there, and we got to be heard. And when there is a special interest group out there protesting, we got to get out there and counter protest and show that we're stronger, we're larger, and our voice is louder.
Are you surprised that Chuck Schumer isn't here to hear your concerns?
Absolutely not. Chuck Schumer, I don't think would ever listen to our concerns. So that's why I actually support a lot of amendments, which what I'm looking to do is to repeal the 17th Amendment, which will bring Chuck Schumer back to our state legislature and make him answer to them, so that then I can go and talk to my local representatives, and they can then speak for me to Chuck Schumer, because Chuck Schumer has never, I don't think, ever listened to the individual, listened to the little man. He's only been listening to special interest groups, lobbyists, corporations, other government entities, and I don't think he's in it for all of us.
I think most people aren't familiar with the 17th Amendment. Can you give us a quick synopsis on that?
Sure. The 17th Amendment, a very little amendment done in 1917, the 17th or 1913. The 17th Amendment, in essence, changed the election of the senators from being appointed by the state legislatures to being elected by a popular vote. In essence, it took a very powerful representative from being a representative of the state and put it back to the federal government. In essence, it was a huge power grab by the federal government to steal power from the states to represent themselves. The people have a representative. That's the Congress. The Senate was supposed to be a representative of the states, and now our states have lost their voices. My local representatives have lost their voices, and I feel I have nobody in Congress looking out for me.
So you basically feel Chuck Schumer doesn't really represent the Long Islanders?
Oh, absolutely. No, Long Islanders, you can see from all these people here. Long Islanders is a conservative group. We're financially and fiscally conservative. Lots of patriotic people who just want to be left alone. They want their freedoms to be protected. And it seems like with every time Chuck Schumer gets in front of a microphone or a camera, he's talking about some other legislation that they can pass and some other regulation that can go forth in order to take our rights away.
Thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate your candid comments. Thank you. These are all handmade signs. Apparently the people here have done their own creative sign making and are interested in letting others know how they feel about these issues. This is basically a rally about nationalized health care, the new health care bill in Congress, other than the fact that people who are kind of fed up with the way the government's going want to be heard and don't feel they're being fully represented, especially in the media. I don't see any News 12 cameras out here or Newsday or any other media outlet from New York covering this event, which is a little bit unfortunate, because these people are really taking out time out of their day, voters and constituents, to voice their grievances against the government. They're exercising the First Amendment rights, and if this is not a newsworthy event, then I'm not really sure what is. I guess Michael Jackson and things of that nature is deemed by the media as more important than average, ordinary working Americans who pay taxes, which is a real shame.